And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Caruso in at the point. And for the Clippers, they've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Cousins in at the 5 spot. Here's Caruso, and the rejection by Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Here's Caldwell-Pope. The teardrop falls in. And tonight, a battle between conference rivals. These teams, Brent, know each other very well.
Very few surprises for either opponent tonight in this game, Kevin. I think they actually send Christmas cards to one another. They know each other that well. Who is going to execute when it matters? That's going to be the difference.
It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Here's George. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And George, here we go.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
LeBron against Leonard. James kicks to Caldwell-Pope. No good on the triple.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the dunk by Jackson.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Lakers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Frank Vogel had a few minutes to share with me. He told me defensively they have to stop dribble penetration, challenge the lobs at the basket, and generally make it difficult to get to the front of the rim. They don't want this to turn into a dunk fest because that will not end in their favor. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard, killing it in transition.
Back to James. Inside, Davis. Rebound by the Clippers.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
James looking it over. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Drummond trying to get himself free. And James gets it to go on the assist by Drummond.
Oh, LeBron right through the defense this time. Incredible at finishing off that one.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story. What vision by LeBron, always willing to give up the ball. They're just hitting a wide-open teammate.
It's Jackson with the drive, and James pulls it down. Lakers leading by 3. Here's Caruso, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
No good from Cousins. Lakers have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. That one good for 2.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Here's James. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And when he takes it inside, the points are going to come, whether like that possession or just getting to the line.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
When you talk to opposing coaches and how they scheme for LeBron James, the amazing thing is they talk about how he sees every facet of the game, not just what he needs to run, but how it is that he can make it difficult for opposing offenses.
And again, no good by the Lakers.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
The Lakers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
LeBron passes to Horton Tucker. Doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Passes it to Kennard. A shot by Batum, no good. Lakers leading by 3. James in the post. He's covered by Rondo. Can't connect from short range. And Batum kicks to Kennard. This one for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Moore. And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in. A minute 50 left here in the first quarter.
Well, I love when guys still use fundamentals to box out and rebound. He cleared his man out effectively on the box and then stepped towards the ball to grab it. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Zubac, and the basket is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Lakers in the lead. The drive by LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
Wow, LeBron on the roll. This time rocks it.
After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Harrell down low. Working on Zubac. Again, the Lakers.
Harrell smashing through the defense to get inside.
Kennard on the wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line. Just a shade under 90%.
And the Lakers making a change here. Gasol's checked in. 40 seconds left in the first. LeBron outside. Floats one. And the rejection by Zubac. Man gets the bucket.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Shoots the three. Kuzma can't get it to go. The Clippers trail. To the inside. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. The finish. And the dunk by LeBron.
All right, the coaches are going to ask you to stay in front of LeBron James, but seriously, you want to get in front of that?
And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Back right after this. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style.
Old school basketball. You know?
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Lakers right now, Morris is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's LeBron James, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Horton Tucker in at the shooting guard position.
With nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area, that's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Outside Gasol. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 4 assists in the game.
And, you know, for a big man, Gasol's got great urgency to his play. I love the quick action on that jumper.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
That ties it up. Morris has got his second basket.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Here's Caruso, guarded by Jackson. Davis, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Clippers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Jackson kicks to George. Pass to Cousins. No one near him. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
That's a small part of what makes Boogie Cousins so dangerous. He can step to the mid-range and still be effective.
Caruso looking for an opening. Pass to Gasol. The 11-footer. Here's Davis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Outstanding job by AD to get close to the basket, get the ball in great position, and force the defense to resort to fouling him.
Drummond's checked in for Marc Gasol. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's Leonard. Great D that time from Davis.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Clippers shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Jackson, and it's blocked. And it's the Lakers on the break. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got 6 in the quarter.
Defense maybe got away with a foul there, but AD too good for their best efforts with that shot.
And it's Cousins with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Reggie Jackson. Lakers leading by 4. Outside, Davis. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Horton Tucker. He's covered by Leonard. Over to the wing. 4 on the clock. Caruso. Rondo with the steal. Leonard attacking. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Caruso. And the rejection by Cousins.
How about Cousins with some gritty defense there, showing off his intimidating length on that rejection.
Harrell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Here's Davis. Banked in off the glass. Davis has got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And the Clippers call time here.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Here's Leonard. And that one, good. Leonard's got 7.
Well, the mindset from Kawhi Leonard right there is just making him a monster on the inside. Goes at the defense full head on.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Here's Horton Tucker. He's covered by Leonard. Caldwell Pope against George. Harrell on the follow. And the Lakers lead by 6.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Got that one up quick.
Orchestrating right now. Rondo should be playing with a baton.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. The pass to Horton Tucker. Harrell with it. Caldwell Pope outside. Shot clock at 5. Loads it up there for Harrell. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Montrezl Harrell with a throwdown that gets his teammates up.
Outside Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment. But the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
The Clippers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws. And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Caldwell Pope passes to Harrell. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 4. Passes it to Mann. And here is Zubac. He's defended by Harrell. Zubac kicks to Kennard. Fires from deep. And the 3 ball is good. Kennard's got 7 points.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Mann passes to Kennard. Caldwell Pope brings the double team. Clippers moving the ball around. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubac, that's good.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Here's James. Out to Morris. Caldwell Pope for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
A shot by Batum, no good. Lakers shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. The wide open look here for Kuzma. And a miss there on the triple.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Kennard finds Batum. The layup off target. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And now we'll... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been a clinic out there by James.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Cousins in at the 5. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Davis. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, this is where Cousins' size helps him to have a passing window to find open teammates.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 1-point game. And the dunk by Jackson. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Pass to Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Always fun to watch Anthony Davis rise up for dunks like that. Awesome anticipation from him.
Here's George. The shot from the low post is good. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
A huge target on alley-oops. Throw it towards Drummond, and he'll take care of the rest.
The Clippers have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. And it's Leonard missing.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Here's Davis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Davis has got 18 points.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Yep, that one goes in there.
This is what Paul George gives you offensively, a guy who can create for himself, obviously, but he can do it for others and do it at a high level.
Here's LeBron. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Caruso, and he uses the glass on the layup. Caruso's got his second bucket.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Leonard, no luck.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. Clippers trail by 3. Jackson passes to Morris. Back to Jackson. Here's Rondo. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Jackson, that's good.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up.
Wow, hammering it in.
Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim. That time on display.
Morris finds George. George double teamed. Leonard trying to break free. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket for Morris.
He felt the double team coming, quickly located the open man. And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And the Lakers making a change here. Kuzma's checked in. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Here's LeBron.
Yeah, there's no stopping LeBron right there. He's done that thousands of times.
Harrell, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Lakers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Free throw good, James. Here's George. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Leonard. Back to Rondo. Clippers moving the ball around. To the middle. Here's Morris. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morris has got 8 here in the quarter. The Lakers with the ball. 3-point lead. The drive by James, and finished off by LeBron.
LeBron sometimes will show him off. The handle's right there, pretty sick, slicing up the defense that time.
George passes to Leonard, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And the Lakers making a change here. Morris is checked in from deep LeBron, but they'll get another chance. Here's Harrell. You can't hit that time. Great D that time from Leonard. It's Jackson with the drive. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Leonard.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
James wide open. And again, the Lakers.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Morris. Batum comes in for George. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. And Harrell slams it in.
One thing LeBron James can dictate is how his teammates get going. Smart pass there.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. From deep. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Horton Tucker. Here's Harrell, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, just hard to keep up with Montrezl Harrell and that impressive energy he brings.
Second free throw, no good.
They come away with the lead, but I'm sure he's kicking himself over that last miss.
The shot's good from Kennard. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's going to nail bite.
Horton Tucker, that's good. Horton Tucker's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Here's Mann, guarded by Kuzma.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by LeBron. James has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Pass to Mann. Now here's Kennard. He's covered closely. A rebound by the Lakers. LeBron's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The Lakers have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. Free throw good, LeBron. And he makes both free throws. 56 seconds left in the 3rd. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Here's Mann. That's in the short one. Mann's got 6 points.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
And Harrell slams it in.
Harrell in ideal position and then rises back up and then able to jam it down.
Kennard with the ball. He's picked up by James. Caldwell Pope against Beverly. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
One of the better perimeter defenders in the game, and in the golden age of scoring point guards, Patrick Beverly doing his best to slow them down on a nightly basis.
Alex Caruso, he's checked in for James. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now Beverly, he's got 6. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Here's Caruso. Here's Harrell, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Harrell in there clashing with some aggressive defense, and he gets physical right back.
And both free throws good for Harrell. Kennard with the ball. Here's George. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We've got more NBA basketball. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. Andre Drummond is out there with Harrell. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caruso in at the point guard position.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And that one's good. Beverly.
That's all about balance there. You focus on the rim no matter what's happening around you. And Patrick Beverly knocks one down.
And Zubac picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
This is what you get with AD, just an incredibly unique skill set and just dominating right now pretty easily on the offensive end.
Zubac trying to break loose. And George with the stuff.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Free throw good, Paul George.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Lakers. A 2-point game. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And that one's good. Drummond.
Aggressive defense. The battle with Drummond inside is a collision waiting to happen.
Outside for George. There's the feed to Cousins. Over Drummond. No good from Cousins.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Caldwell-Pope's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there.
Caldwell-Pope outside. The pass to Kuzma. Here's Caruso. Feeds it to Drummond. Makes it off the glass. Drummond's got 4 points in the quarter.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Outside, George. And Davis sends it back. Outside for Caldwell-Pope. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by Caldwell-Pope. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That'll put Paul George on the line. That one on Caldwell-Pope. A different look for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Zubac. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. James checked in for the Lakers.
Just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now. A very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Davis, the pass to Caruso. Back to Davis. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And now it's up to 25 points for Anthony Davis. Clippers trail by 4. And there's Jackson on the assist by George.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
To tie it up. And Leonard with the lay-in. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both. But when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And he gets the bucket. Drummond's got 10 points in just the second half.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Down low, here's Cousins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Now, Cousins is just so difficult to handle. Skills aside, he still has that incredible size where he could draw fouls.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. The Lakers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. It's good from long range. Caldwell Pope's got 6 in the quarter.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Morris. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
James against Leonard. The shot's good from LeBron. James has got 30.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
George finds Leonard from outside the arc. Buries it from three-point range.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
LeBron passes to Drummond. That's tipped and stolen by Cousins. To take the lead and block. That one goes careening off the glass. Outside, Davis.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, he's so dangerous, and he's also efficient with his offensive game. Leonard right now having tremendous offensive defense.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Takes the 3. Connects from three-point range. James has got 16 here in the second half.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And for the Lakers, they're shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor. Hitting on all cylinders. It's Jackson with the drive. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And another for Jackson. A streaky score, but when he gets hot, watch out.
And that one falls for Jackson.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
To the paint, here's Caruso. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight. Paul George stepping up big time.
Throw good, Paul George.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Bobbed up there for Drummond. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Yeah, Cousins is one of your options that you go to down the stretch, and he doesn't fear taking the big one.
Lakers trail by 4. Knocked away. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Leonard against James. Pulls up on the wing. Morris with the rebound.
I'm not sure if family and friends are here in the stands tonight, but we wanted to show that one off. Fading away on the shot was absolutely not necessary.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
And the Lakers call time here. They're down by 8. 104 left to play here in the fourth. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Lakers shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting on all cylinders. James, the pass to Davis. Money!
Well, with the game's outcome hanging in the balance, Davis does exactly what he needs to do. A gigantic shot from their big man.
And George kicks to Morris. Back to George. Clippers moving the ball around. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
It's stolen by Morris. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And the Lakers call time here. They're behind by 5. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
Here's Caruso. It falls. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but foul and hope for some misses.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. The Clippers grab the miss.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
So the Clippers with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans